Texas is at the center of two major national debates, energy production and immigration. Today, Cindy Jolivet spoke with State Representative Brooks Landgraf to break down what's at stake for the Permian Basin and beyond.
Anyone in the Permian Basin knows.
Oil and gas production is our bread and butter here in Texas.
And with the 89th Texas legislative session underway, it's a key topic of discussion.
We have a commodity that is produced here that's in high demand across the world. So we want to make sure that we can produce that safely and in an economically efficient way and in a way that's also good for the environment. And that's part of my job, is to make sure that we balance our environmental health with our economic health.
To support that balance, Representative Landgraf is pushing for the Texas Strong Defense Fund.
And what it does is it takes oil and gas severance tax, which we produce a lot of here in the Permian Basin. And right now and historically, that money goes into something called the state's rainy day fund. Dirty little secret is that that fund is about to reach its constitutional cap of about $25 billion in this coming fiscal year. And so we need to account for that. But the way I see it, that money comes from places like the Permian Basin. We need a place to put it. Why not reinvest it in places like the Permian Basin where that money's generated?
The fund would address three major issues: environmental impact, transportation infrastructure, and quality of life for West Texas families.
So if you want oil or natural gas, the safest and cleanest and most efficient place to get it is right here in the Permian Basin. And so we take a lot of pride in that, but we also want to make sure that we create a good environment for our workers here in the Permian Basin and also their families. So, you know, this is a good place to work. We also want to make sure that the Permian Basin is a good place to live and to raise a family. And so those are some of the things that I'm working on at the state capitol, make sure that we're being successful in all three phases.
With big decisions ahead, Representative Landgraf says he's focused on protecting Texas's energy industry and its communities. In West Texas, I'm Cindy Jolivet, News West 9.
Landgraf also talked about the state's struggle with the wave of immigrants crossing into Texas illegally. He says during the last 4 years, the Biden administration put a lot of pressure on Texas for border security, which he says is historically and constitutionally the role of the federal government. He even spoke about the direct impact it's had on our West Texas communities.
Sheriff Mike Griffiths, for example, he and his deputies have found drug stash houses in places like West Odessa, which are more than 100 miles from the border, but we do seem to be at a crossroads at a place like this. So we do see a direct impact from increased illegal immigration on our communities. We do see that it does lead to an increase in fentanyl trafficking in particular, human trafficking as well. And so it does play a big role in costs of local government in communities like Odessa and Midland and other communities here in the Permian Basin.
To combat the negative impact on illegal immigration, Landgraf says we need a more streamlined process for legal immigration and incentives to encourage citizenship and the naturalization process.